All right, so Idaho murder suspect Bryan Kohberger believes he had a win in court. Why? Well, the judge did grant the defense access to the training records of 3 of the police who participated in the investigation that led to his arrest. Why? Well, that's the question. But here's the simple answer, okay? Because you can create the appearance of doubt by looking into who did the investigation and seeing if they are flawed in a way that could have affected their judgment. Let's bring in former FBI agent and NewsNation law and justice correspondent Jennifer Coffindaffer and high-profile defense attorney Mark Geragos. Mark, as a practitioner, what do you do with this kind of information?
You do exactly what they are doing, and it's a little bit infuriating that they're being accused of trying to do something that's untoward. They're doing exactly what a defense lawyer should do.
Which is?
Which is challenging the evidence as it comes in. They should be challenging everything as it comes in. They're not the ones who have the duty to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. The prosecution does.
Now, we remember this, not you, Coffindaffer, you're too young, but in the O.J. prosecution, Mark Furman became a household name, especially when defense counsel found evidence of what they argued as prejudice and bias, and that maybe it affected how he did things, and maybe there was sloppiness. How concerning is this for the investigators?
It's not concerning because it's training records. I think what they're going for is to show that these officers aren't well trained and aren't well educated in terms of how they're doing their interviews, how they were conducting their crime scene investigation. But when you look at it, Chris, they are getting training records of people the prosecution isn't even calling on the stand. They're getting training records of individuals who were with other individuals that were looking at the same information. An autopsy, it's the ME that's going to testify about that, not these individuals. Other people who were interviewed, again, they were with multiple people. Those people will be called. So it's not like they have singular information. So it will fall flat, and those records should have been provided anyway.
Well, look, I believe in transparency, so it's good to have it. I have one other quick question for both of you. I don't understand this rush to take down the House. From the university perspective, from the prosecution perspective, and from the defense, right? So first we'll do prosecution, Jennifer. Why? I know the university wants to get it down because they're afraid that it'll affect people's perception of the campus and campus life, et cetera. But why wouldn't the prosecution say, no, we never know if we're going to need it?
It's surprising to me, Chris. That House needs to stay up there. It's so important for these jurors to understand spacing, to understand what you could hear in that House, to look from Dylan Mortensen's eyes as to what she could have seen and how it all played out. I think it's a terrible move.
Yeah, I see that from the defense perspective also, Mark. Like, I'd want it there. I don't know. I don't know that I'm not going to hear something in testimony where I'm going to be like, wait a minute, what is this woman able to look around corners? You know, look at the angles here. You know, why lose that possibility?
I couldn't agree more. I think it makes no sense to take it down. If I were the defense, I'd be objecting wholeheartedly and full-throatedly. There's no reason in the world that this should be taken down prior to trial.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.